Down and Dirty. Tips and tricks for keeping your plane out of the shop. Starring Steve's Dirty Hands.
Today, how to repair Flaperon servos. Flaperons, love that word.
The hand is back.
So what you're looking at here is the bottom of the TigerShark wing, and what you're seeing is the type of damage that you might encounter should you do the type of crash that we just had with this, which was a very high-speed cartwheel. It was, I don't know, maybe about 55 miles an hour. And what happened was this control arm and this control horn got snapped completely off. Being a Metal Gear servo, the servo is okay, but the control arm isn't. So we need to replace this control arm and this control horn. So what we did was we got another control arm out of the package that comes with the servo, and we're putting it on here. But that's what this whole video is about. If you should have a plane with flaperons and something should happen to one of your servos, let's imagine you had to replace this entire servo. You also have to replace the other one, because if you have flaperons or flaps, not so much ailerons, but it should be the same anyways, you need to have the same servo and the same control arm and the same control horn on both sides, because otherwise, when you put your flaps on, they might be at different angles, and that might throw your plane over and dive into the ground, which is not fun. Hence, this instructional video. If you do break stuff on one servo, you need to replace that same stuff on the other side. So I have to put a new control horn here. If it's not one that exactly matches that other one, then I have to replace both of them. I happen to have one that's exactly the same, so I'm going to replace it with one of those. But these new arms are not the same. So in this case, I have to replace this arm and also the control arm on the other side. The other one thing that we have to show you in this video is if you should run into a problem like this on a plane that is like this one, meaning these surfaces are sheathed. It's not just foam. There's plastic on top of it. So in order to get at that screw that holds the control arm on, we drilled a hole from about 2 inches out on the shallow angle that goes down and meets where the screw is, so we can stick a long, skinny screwdriver in there. This here is a long, skinny screwdriver, and it goes right in that hole and goes right down to the screw, and we're cool. So that's what you would want to do. It's better than cutting chunks out of the foam or slicing the foam and cover and anything. Just drilling a hole there and drilling a hole through is better. On top of anything, if you feel like it, you can fill in this hole afterwards with some hot glue or something. Just don't let it squirt in there onto your servo. We're going to just put this stuff back on. You've probably all done that before, so you don't need to watch me, and we'll see you on the flight line.